They got
Let's
rid
do
of our.
this.
They got rid of our intro.
Oh no! Really?
Let's see if I can re-upload it.
Let's do this.
Let's do this.
Welcome back, family. Hey, we're here for the Covrprice Top 10. Comes out just about every Monday. Don't know what's going to happen next Monday because it's Christmas Day. But if it's there, we're going to try to, we'll see what happens.
Well, it's scheduled
we are
for
here
the
to-
26th.
Oh, but there you go. So he's got a family, so I have to follow his lead on that one. Guys, happy Monday. We're a week away from Christmas. I hope you got all your shopping done. Whatever you celebrate, whether it's Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, you don't celebrate at all. Just
Festivus.
Festivus, yes. It gets to the best of us. But we're going to be going through the top 10 list, talking about investability, long-term wise. And then at the end, we will pick our gun to the head, what we think to be, based on today's prices, the best chance for money to go, for a good return on investment. And then our rubber band to the butt. Yeah, I knew you were going to be here. Larry. I opened up the list. I'm like, what the demonetization is that?
Yeah. So
Yeah, Larry's going to own the number 1 and number 2 spot. Good God. All right. Get us started, sir, please.
here we go. Number 10.
But this is Wolverine.
Any comics?
Yes, welcome to the show. Sorry, vacation is over, so I'm here to torture you. By the way, how was your vacation? I hope you had fun. You were safe, no tsunamis, all that fun stuff. So I can't. Can you? What is that? Well, that probably makes sense if I just click on it myself and see it on a bigger screen. So it's Wolverine number 55, the Greg Land from September 1st, 2007. It's a big homage to the original Tales of the Crypt type of covers that got everybody in trouble and go to the Senate, and we make the Comics Code Authority. And I'm surprised that they got away with this, honestly.
Me too. Yeah.
But it is, I think this is hitting because of the leaks that have come out from the Deadpool. Somebody on one of their cast or crew or whatever apparently videotaped some of their rehearsals and some of their scenes and decided to air them. So, look, I think that's a really cool. Yes, there you go. EC variant. It is a good book. It really is. But the question is it worth $39? It's not a 1 in 10 or anything, right? It's just a variant. And it's only hot right now because of this breaking news.
Yeah.
And the 9.2 is actually was sold for $39. Raw is a 23. 9.8 most common is 194, but one just sold for $204.
Oof.
Youch. I see the 9.4 sold for $125, and then a week later, a 9.6 sold for $75. So automatically, you see that. I mean, this news came out at least a week ago. These leaks, and the books already come down a little bit. 12.15, the 9.6 for $75. We're still at least. When's this movie coming out in September?
I don't even know if. Let me see. I'll look.
I mean, I think they're trying to hit their dates. Tiago, what's up, buddy? But I think this book will come down a little bit more. If it's nothing wrong with getting this one in your collection, though. It's a cool looking book. It really is.
Yeah, November.
So, I mean, I think that actually in 6 months, which is the time frame that JP's budget collecting kind of looks at for investability, 6 months from now, we're going to be seeing trailers, and it's going to rekindle everything. So
That's true.
In 3 months, this book will be a little lower. In 6 months, this book is going to spike again. So 3 months.
All right. Moving on.
I'm moving on. Moving on up to number 9. Beneath the trees where nobody sees, number 2. It's not often we see a number 2 on this list.
Yeah, that's a current series.
But I'm also looking at the last recorded sale was for $2, and most common is 5. So I think this is probably on the list for volume and not for price.
People trying to buy it since they know about it now.
Yeah, they might have got the first print, the second print, the third print, the fourth print, whatever, or number one, and they're like, "Whoa, this story is great," and went and picked up a copy of number 2.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I think by the time number 2 came out, people were already reading number 1 saying, "Oh, I wanna get onto this train," and I don't think number 2 is gonna be as low a print as everybody thinks.
No, not at all. Not
Still,
after what one did.
$3. If this, series does become anything, it's very possible that this could still become a $15-20 book, which is still 10 times the value. So if you can find it for $2, $3, cover price, pick it up.
Yeah. All right. Moving right along.
Number 8.
Justice League #1, the Keith Giffen series.
This was the character that you were telling me about. There we go, Maxwell Lord, first appearance, but he doesn't appear on a cover until I think you told me number 4,
Something.
something
Yeah.
like that. So we have $73 is the last sale for a 9.6, $200 for a 9.8. This is a book that came out in 1987, so that's not terrible. 9.8 DC book. So was that 36 years ago?
Yep.
I really think we need to get another time era for comic books. We can't have everything from, was it 1983 to now? Everything in the last 40 years is just modern.
Yeah, I mean, eventually enough years are going to have to pass to have a new tier.
I mean, maybe call it modern and really modern. I don't know.
Right.
Post 2000 something. $21 for is the last sale for a near mint, and it's got a white cover, so you might have a good chance of
Tin Age. I like that.
tin age. That's because they don't want to try saying wood. No, actually, the way they drew the women in the 80s, it's got to be the wood age. Let's be honest here. 80s and 90s, that's the wood age. And that's as close to demonetization as I want to get.
Yeah, I mean, people have a lot of faith in James Gunn, so.
Yeah, and he did release a statement that there's a better chance of a crossover movie between the MCU and the DC now that he's in charge of DC than ever before. It doesn't mean it's going to happen. He's just saying it's a greater chance. So 1 in a million is still better than 1 in a billion. Oh, Tiago, you're going to make me read. Come on. Beneath the Trees is such a good comic, great story, and gorgeous art. I hope it continues this way in 2024. And if it gets options, it has to be a kind of Family Guy, Rick and Morty type of animation. Oh, you want to keep it animation, not live action, huh? You don't want to say like Ted? What's up? What's up? I mean, the Justice League book, it's old enough that, I mean, it's also in the heyday of people collecting books, but it's old enough that a 9.8 is still a little tougher to get. I don't know. I'm on the fence on this one as far as I think in 6 months it's going to be lower, but I talk about long-term investability. If they do have any kind of a character, and if he becomes something that really, I mean, did we think Star-Lord and Rocket Raccoon and Groot were going to be major?
No.
So.
All right. Number
7. Tell me. Gogeta!
Making waves.
Yes, and they have extended another week of Godzilla in -1 in the theaters, and it's still holding strong at number 4 in the box office without any advertising. So, yeah, and Monarch, it's okay. It's not what it could be. And we also got the trailer recently of the Godzilla King Kong movie. You know, the one that's got Godzilla outrunning Carl Lewis with a pink back. What the hell? Anyway, um, it's a great book. It's a 1970s book, and I have seen some higher prices of this because I watched this one personally. Because I was advised to sell it. Ha ha ha! Never. 450 was the last sale, but I think I did see one that ended a couple of days ago for like 525, and I think that was somebody with FOMO. But this is a 1977 book, same year as Star Wars. So just look what happened to that book, right? I'm gonna say, guys,
I've got to step away. I'm really sorry.
it's okay. I'll take care of the show.
I'll text you.
Okie dokie.
All right. Sorry, guys.
Not a problem. You haven't handled enough shows for me lately. Jeez. Let me see if I can share my screen. Now, when you got kids, you got to do what you got to do, right? Share. Boom. Hey, we got the right sizing and everything. All right. If he comes back, he comes back. If not, I'm going to bring us home. All right. Number 6 on the list, we've got the X-Men Adventures. Now, this book has been continually, perpetually, ecumenically on this list. And it's the only first appearances of Morph, but it's from 1992. It's because we've got the X-Men Adventures, X-Men 97 coming to Disney Plus, where they have more episodes. Plus, I mean, if you're one of the few people that has seen the Marvels and you stuck around for the post-credit scenes, you know how they kind of drew somebody, which was very inspired by this. So people are really hoping that the X-Men, the Fantastic Four are coming to the MCU to try to save it. I don't know if there's any saving the MCU right now. And anyway, what do we got for prices here? $25 for a Raw, $45 for a 9.6, last sale of a 9.8, $162. I've got one in a Raw. It was not a 9.8 candidate. Last near mint sale went for $8. Now, I'd like to see them near mint. But $51 for a 9.6 and $162 for a 9.8. This is definitely a candidate for finding a great 9.6 crack press and resubmit. What we got here? I'm so on board the James Gunn DC train. Extremely excited to see what he does. Absolutely. And I don't care what Rotten Tomatoes or anybody or the box office says. I kind of liked Blue Beetle. It was fun. Okay. Blue Beetle has never been Dr. Fate. It's not supposed to be a serious movie. It's supposed to just have some fun, and they did. Thank you very much for the idea to hit that thumbs up. So getting back to the book, though, I would look for a 9.6 on this. I think that once the series premieres on Disney Plus and everybody sees those episodes, this book will come back down a little bit. It's 1992, which was a big overprinting era for Marvel, for comics in general. But we've hit the top 5. And before we get into that, I do want to say thank you so much, members. Don't forget on Wednesday, Greg is doing another Patreon giveaway. And most of you guys have already sent in your pick locations. So thank you so much for that. If you still want to have a chance to partake in that, for only $3 a month, really, that's all it is. You get to join our Patreon. We only have one tier just to say hello, and helps us offset some of the cost of the shipping. And you're going to get to pick 3 books from his mystery pull box. It's in the Patreon, and how do you want number 4 from the front and number 8 from the back or whatever. And what we got here? You and 2 other people love Blue. Yes, and thankfully I did go to see it 1.6 million times. So I didn't. Anyway, on Wednesday, we're going to be there's a special Christmas live stream. It's going to be the second Patreon poll of the month. And afterwards, Greg is going to mail those books out because he tries to store up for 3 months. The 4 books that are going to be pulled, are going to be given away for New Comic Book Day I'm giving all 4 away. We're going to pick 2 winners. The first winner is The first person to respond gets their first book. The second person to respond is going to get their 2 picks. Then the first person is going to get their other pick, get the remaining book. That's how it's going to work. Anyway, also for the live stream members, because we always say, got to watch the replay to get in there. We want to reward the live stream viewers. So got a nice Funko exclusive. Ha 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 ha. Would help if I did this. Boom. It's the God Loki from season 2, the Funko exclusive. Big, big, big Funko. You can see it's the size of my noggin. This is going to be a eligible to every person in the chat, whether you've won last week, whether you live in Australia. And it's a Christmas gift from Timo Hana, just saying thank you guys for joining, for seeing us, for hanging out with us. And no, that didn't help. That one did. Okay. That's where that is. And also December 30th, Rob's Fast Stacks of Comics. He's already got the bookmark up, so you can click on it and say, notify me. Timo Hana is going to be finishing the year with Rob's Fast Stacks for his only slabs. Really looking forward to that. It's going to be the third time that I'm on the show. Always have a blast. And he also, you think we give away books? Man, he gives away books. Jeez. Robert says, Blue Beetle was a good movie. A little too much unnecessary comedy, but still entertaining. Yeah, but also the utilization of Motley Crue kickstart my heart with that. I love that. I can watch that scene over and over. Soundtrack sometimes can make it. Getting to the top 5. Number 5, Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees. This one just keeps on rolling. I can't click on it in the screen. I have to click on over there. I clicked on the StreamYard. So we've got now the most common raw is 22. It's going to be pre-sales, I think. Well, maybe people have gotten them back. $110 for the 9.8s. Now we gave one away a couple weeks ago for New Comic Book Day. After it had already started blowing up, we knew it was blowing up. We still gave one away. So, see, we try to take care of you guys. The last sale, $150. Woohoo! This book is taking off. Everybody is loving this. From what I understand, the 2 books that everybody is loving the most right now is Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees and Kill Your Darlings. Why Kill Your Darlings isn't on this list, I think, is because of Beneath the Trees. But this is becoming another little phenomenon. It's from IDW. I don't know the print run. If it's anywhere near as low, and this did kind of fly under the radar. If it's anywhere near as low as Something Is Killing, this book has got some serious potential. Also, just, there are some variants of the number 1. One of them is I'm doing it again. Sorry. Boom. Is a virgin variant. So, and that one's going for, I think, like 44 for a raw. So keep your eyes out for that one as well. See right there. Is that a 1 in? No, it's a 1 in 25. So 1 in 25 going for, should be going for 25 times the price. That's my crazy math. But a lot of people are talking about this book. If you see them, I mean, I got lucky. I found some still at Syndicate that were still on the wall cover price. That's why I was able to give one away. If I had to pay $25, $30, I probably wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have bought. Anyway, coming in number 4, Spawn number 1. This book has been on this list for a long time here, and I can't believe it's only for the skin that's in the video game. Let's see, we got last sale 130, fair market value is 140. So it looks like this price is returning to earth. And that might account for the higher sales. People are seeing the price come down a little bit, saying, look, I'm going to get this before it shoots back up on the next hiccup of news. So might be a good time to start looking at getting one. There's a 9.9 if you want to spend a few $1,000s, but I don't recommend it. Next book, we've got, yes, the Rob Liefeld cover. No. Jeez, okay. Yeah, Liefeld, take notes. Make it draw females. You can get away with it. All right. So Street Fighter Masters Kimberly, issue number 1, Ickpot Market Appreciation Edition. I'll be honest, I'm not a Street Fighter comic book reader, but just based on the artwork, which does look really cool. I do got to give that. It's not just hot, sexy, but it is cool. I don't know if it's not a ratio variant, and we got sales of last sale is 23 on the 13th. I see a 44 here. This came out December 13th. So how the heck is most common condition? Oh, because we got near mints at 40. No sales, obviously. The highest known sale at 55. So it was 55 and 40 and 23. Here is coming. It's already hit its peak. If you really want this cover, I'd hold off a little bit. The one thing about the things like My Little Pony, Street Fighter, what's the video game? Sonic the Hedgehog. Usually it is, and I'm just throwing numbers I don't know. But let's just say there's 50,000 fans of Sonic the Hedgehog. They print 50,000 issues. So and it turns out in the long run, every person that actually wants the book gets the book. And every person that's not into Sonic the Hedgehog doesn't care. So the overall length of time, the book does depreciate in value. Okay, Larry, where are you? I don't even know what the heck this is. I didn't even look it up. We got number 2 and number 1. Why didn't I do that? Boom. Number 2 and number 1 are both Taylor Swift comics, which looks exactly like Dazzler number 1. They got Taylor Swift in the original Dazzler costume and Taylor Swift in a a little bit more modern, X-Men-ish Dazzler costume. That's the one that's at number 1. I don't know if it's yin and yang, 50-50 or 70-30, but let's look at number 2. Issue number 1 is from December 13th, Pablo Martinena, Dazzler 1 homage. So it's female force Taylor Swift. This is the Dazzler 1 homage original costume from Tidal Wave Productions. Really? Oh my God, there's more. What the heck? And this was something that was sold on eBay? Oh my God, what the hell? Okay, with this many covers, why in God's name do I not have a Scotty Young Taylor Swift? I would have bought that one. Yeah, seriously. But the thing, it's an homage cover, and everybody gets away with homages, and they're not saying it's Dazzler, they're saying it's Taylor Swift. I mean, when Marvel does an homage to Action Comics number 1 or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 1, did they get sued? I think you can get away with homage covers, but if they would have said Dazzler on it, then it wouldn't have worked. But oh, geez, can you realize how these books are going to explode if she does a signing anywhere? Jeez. It'd have to be a closed door signing because the crowds would be just ridiculous if she attended a show. Ay. All right. In all honesty, Larry, I'm sorry. I don't see long-term investability in this. I'm sorry, I don't. I mean, Eminem book is already come back down, and that was actually even rare. The signed ones come down. So $20 for this thing. Highest sale is $20. What's the other one, which is coming in at number 1, the Astonishing X-Men costume, right? So a bit more modern, also selling for $20. I think this is what exactly they were selling for. I don't think people are buying them and jacking up the price already. I just think we've got a variant and we're selling at $20 a piece. That was the price that we were selling like Radiant Pink and Nightclub. I think we got the Nightclub down to 15. So that's like the going price of a limited edition book, because all you're trying to do is just make back the cost of the plates and the artistry and the submission fees. And Um, only book that matters is X-Men 130. Well, I mean, at this point, X-Men 130 is so high priced. I think we do have to give some legitimacy to the investability of Dazzler #1. But again, if she doesn't appear, or she doesn't sign, or somebody comes out and says those rumors are just plain false, which they can do and lie like they did with the 3 Spider-Men, this book is going to plummet. So just invest carefully, guys. Please invest carefully. So before I get to the um, gun to my head pick, I would like to address. I'm glad that there are no Kang books on this list. And if you're looking at buying a Kang book, don't. Don't. This whole thing is in absolute turmoil. In case you haven't caught the news, Jonathan Majors, the jury came back and found him guilty of assault, I think in the 3rd degree, and menacing. And I believe under 4 hours later, Marvel fired him. Okay, it's an official statement from Marvel. Jonathan Majors is gone. Now, we don't know, are they going to recast him, Kang, or are they going to go to a different villain? All along, they were saying that they were going to recast, but this is a golden opportunity to just say, you know what? Let's not do a soft reboot. Let's do a hard reboot and bring in a major villain. And the best one, because you know you've got the X-Men, Fantastic Four, and Secret Wars, is Doom. So I really think if you see any books that are more than 20% of recent value of Kang, don't buy them. Negotiate. You want to get those prices as low as possible. I think everybody's going to panic and sell these books. So hopefully you guys don't have any. I think I do, but whatever. But keep your eyes open for those Doom books. I think that's really important. All right. And that, no, I've got to do our gun to the head picks. Okay, gun to the head pick. What do I think would be the best book to? I get to go first because he's not here, and I get to pick him a book. Haha. This is a tough one, but sheesh. I think even though the price is high, that cover is really cool. And I am going to go with Wolverine number 55 from 2007 because I think when that trailer hits, that's going to respike. But I'm going for a 9.6, and I'm going to try and find the nicest one I can and crack and press and resubmit. I'm not going to go for the $200 one. That's what I think would be the best choice. For Greg, absolutely. He's buying a Taylor Swift book for $20. If he doesn't like it, he shouldn't have left. No, seriously, I don't think he would buy this one. I think Greg would probably go with Beneath the Trees number 2. I know he has a number 1 already, but I think the fact that it's still cover price and it's still building in momentum, number 2s have a chance to climb in price. So that would probably be his pick. And he would be going for, of course, a Raw. Now, rubber band to the butt. Okay, this one's simple. I'll take number 1. Greg will take number 2. Neither one of us want the Taylor Swift book. It's just us. Sorry. It's a good time to buy Kang books since not just yet, because not everybody has heard the news, and the books are going to start dropping in price. You know, as they come down, you don't want to catch it here. You want to get all the way down there. So a book that would normally be $200, you don't want to say, "Hey, let me go buy it for $180." Wait till that thing hits $60, and then it'll have a little bit of a rebound. So, but yes, you do definitely want to start your negotiations now for those Kang books. It's still a major character. They may bring him back at some point, recast as somebody else. It's honestly, it's a shame. I did see the video. I really felt the jury could go either way. I think the part that really, the video that was released by the judge, the part where he picked her up and tried to push her into the car, looked like he smashed her face into the roof of the car. And as soon as you put your hands on somebody, it's assault. There's no gray area. You don't put your hands on somebody. Unless it's me, then hey. but he was doing a really good job of acting, and I got to give him credit on that. Do I think that people deserve to lose their jobs over this stuff? This is, I don't know. This is a gray area. I'm not in a position to pass judgment on anybody. So it's Disney's slash Marvel's business. They can do whatever they want to keep the brand and the reputation up as little as they can these days. But we saw what happened with the Flash with Ezra Miller. I think they need to do a little bit better background investigation on some of these actors before they cast them, though. Don't just cast hot people. And everybody's, what do you call it, blinded by the fact that Robert Downey Jr., who was a train wreck before Iron Man, let's be honest. Yes, absolutely. People have lost jobs for less. Look at Gina Carano. When women hit men, they're rarely held accountable. Depends on the size of the woman. And one of the big problems with that, though, is a man going in and complaining that he's been assaulted. A lot of times they'll be chastised by other men, and men don't want to admit that. So it's not right when anybody puts their hands on anybody else. That's just my feeling on it. Amber Heard has a movie coming out this week. You know, I saw in the trailer that Manta says something to the effect of he wants to kill everybody in Aquaman's family. I hope. Anyway, yeah, it's not okay to put your hands on anybody, but you can kill them on screen. That's fine with me. So, all right, guys, we're going to wrap this up. Don't forget to come join us on the live stream. We're going to have some fun on Wednesday for New Comic Book Day. December 30th, we got the Rob's Fat Sacks of Comics, the Only Slabs. It's already up, so you can click on it and bookmark it. Make sure you subscribe to him, too. It does a lot of great charity work, guys. We have our Patreon poll during this week, second poll this month, so there's still time to join Patreon to get into that. I worked with a man who called the cops when his wife was assaulting him. The cops laughed at him. Yeah, like I said, it's whatever. It is a double standard. I mean, look, I dated somebody that I was genuinely afraid of. Okay, she was ex-military. I said something one time. She just gave me that like gooseneck look, and I'm like, I'm gonna go for a ride before you can open the safe and get your gun. She's like, yeah, good idea. We never touched each other, but that day I really feared for my life. Anyway, Patreon, it's / Team Ohana, our Bakushi Book Club. We're going to be recording another episode so we can release it early on Christmas Day for you guys, on not just on the podcast, but also on YouTube. So if you need that little break from your family, your in-laws are driving you crazy, run into the bathroom, put on the headphones, and tune us in. We'll be there for you. Other than that, though, thank you so much for joining. Don't forget to click on like and subscribe and those notifications so you know when more videos are dropping. I'm hoping everything's okay with Greg. And until I see you in the next video. Mahalo.